Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, wherever you are on this insidious planet. First African American Bond girl says she can see a black Bond, but not a woman. So, Tarina Parks' assassin Thumper in 1971's Diamonds Are Forever says Miss Bond, doesn't have the same ring to it. So, a little bit of sanity. This is the woman in question. Bond, they're cool as ever, relaxed, chilled. Now, it's not going to make a damn bit of difference how they're going to play this. As I said, it's a real shame. They should have gone with Idris. I mean, he's in a film now with The Rock and I can't remember Stratton. Anyway, he's the British actor, and he's looking pretty good in there. You know, from the trailers I've seen, he's played action heroes before, so a lot of people, when they heard he was going to possibly play, there was some good vibes about it. I think people were actually, I don't think there was any negatives at all. This is really sort of blown, now we know roughly what the plot's going to be. It's really sort of put a damper on this franchise, and they're going to spoil it with this nonsense. Anyway, in a move that left Bond fans shaken and stirred, the treasured 007 code name will pass to a woman. But why? Why does it have to? Why can't we just leave things as they fucking are? Ian Fleming would be turning in his grave. It was written for a man, and he should stay. It's as simple as that. When the secret agent leaves MI6 in the next film, although his replacement will not also take on the iconic Mocha. But while the British actress Ms. Lynch will instead play a new character assigned Bond's agent code, there is one woman who disagrees with the twist. Right. So let's just read through. It's all just annoying, the whole of this. Really, really is. So the first black Bond girl who played alongside Sean Connery as assassin Thumper in 1971's Diamonds Are Forever said Bond should definitely be a man. She says the Miss Lynch is a great actress, but I don't really agree with her becoming 007. It's not about her colour. A black James Bond, sure, but as a man. So there she is there. It's just because Bond, the spy code named 007, was written by Ian Fleming as a man. Miss Bond doesn't have the same ring to it. I mean, what's going to be next? Are we going to have Tomb Raider played by a transsexual? I mean, it's just ridiculous. What this is showing is a lot of these films in Hollywood and all that are just damn fucking lazy. They can't come up with new characters. They just can't. Look at Doctor Who. It's a woman. Nobody gives a shit about it. It's just terrible. Look at Captain Marvel. Although, to be fair, That's gone through different changes. I think it was a black woman, a guy, but a woman, a white woman, etc. But they just can't think of new characters. And these characters have been the most people who go and see these films have been men. Plain and simple. Look at the women's football, for instance. Apparently, the figures for the women's football was more men watched it than women. And then the team ceremonially go out of their business to insult the male team, saying they're rubbish, they're no good. We should be being paid the same as them, blah blah blah. It's like fuck, you know. So she's 71. Says women taking center stage, defeating a male adversary is a welcome plot move. Blah blah blah. Etc. I like that, but I don't feel Bond has to go there. No, he's Bond. He should be beating every fucker out there. Period. Any woman, any guy, anybody he deals with and finishes them off. It's been a tremendous franchise since the 60s, and they've always been innovators, not followers. Exactly. They set a standard that has remained a classic film with a man as Bond. That's how I think it should stay. But it's not really up to her. It's not up to any of us. They're going to feed us this SJW fucking shit and expect us to, take it. No. You just move on and let them ruin the franchise. So she praises the Bond films for helping to pave the way for more powerful ethnic roles in movies nominated for decades by white stars. She says Bond boss Albert Broccoli never once mentioned her being black, and even after the movie's release, no one made a big deal about it. She insists the Bond franchise has gone out of the box with black actors and women of color more than any other. In Hollywood, production executives were looking at women who were sexually attractive to their socialite circles. So here we have the lineup. I mean, fucking hell! Look just how many women are there in this franchise, and the reason, and a hottie, and a hottie, three girls, ladies in dresses, and this is the main one in some what fuck that is. I have no idea. I mean, it's not looking good, is it, people? Just look at it. Look at the fucking state of it. And those hands are fucking big. Boy. Yeah, they'll do some geezer's chin damage. Wow. Okay, let's move on, people. But Bond has been ahead of the times to present a black actress in a major role. It's commonplace to see ethnicity in all the Bonds. And of course, Naomi Harris is Miss Moneypenny and Jeffrey Wright is Felix Leiter. Let's just see. I don't know who that is. Who the bloody hell is that? Let's just search for that. So, okay. Cool, he was 92. He was in good nick. But what was special about him, I don't know. Oh, see, okay. So this is the guy that replaced this guy here, I think, who's just passed on. So I see, yes, he's a CIA agent. Oh, yes, I remember. Yeah, he's the CIA agent who helps out Bond in some of the earlier films. And wow, he was 92 when he's gone. Oh, he's just gone. Okay, right. So that's who he is. I know who he is now. Okay. Uh, so yeah, so this black guy has replaced him as a CIA agent. Fair enough. That's fine. But again, it could have been an Asian. It could have been an Indian. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Just as long as it's a male. Let's follow as much as possible. Um, Current Bond, Daniel Craig, insisted earlier this year that everybody should be considered. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. He said for women and for African Americans, there should be great parts anyway, across the board. Yeah, Craig's final outing as Bond will feature the most diverse cast ever, with Captain Marvel's Lynch, Blade Runner 2014, Anna de Armas, and Jeffrey Wright reprising his CIA role. Okay. But Trina admits when she landed her breakthrough part, she knew little about the 007 franchise or Connery. She laughs as she recalls her journey from the New York stage, where she thrived as a modern dancer, to a movie set, throwing martial arts moves at Sean Connery. She admits, I knew the Bond movies were successful, but I didn't know who Sean Connery was. My world was borderline. I'd never seen a Bond film. And there she's there. It was a bit of a silly, I suppose it's supposed to be, because, you know, those Bonds were very much like the, what do you call it? Batman of the 60s. It was a jokey, it was fun, um, type of thing. So, this was a bit more, it's a little bit comical, but anyway, it is what it is. After being flown to Palm Springs, Trina did not have to wait long before meeting Connie. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to read through all that shit. So basically, um, she totally agrees with the majority of people out there that it should be played by a man. She said, uh, while she's a fan of Craig, for her, Connery will always be the best Bond. Yeah, same with me. She says, I prefer the Bond of my generation. It's only natural. I do like Sean the best, as he was the tall, dark, handsome, and raw Bond. And yet he's still the best. There's the woman in question, 71, not too bad, and so on and so on. So, but again, it's not going to make a blind bit of difference. They're going to follow their stupid nonsense, regardless. So, good luck. Anyway, that's my little rant. Thanks for listening. Good day.